Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Deadly Premonition. Part 2, Episode 2, whatever you want to call it. So we ditched George and Emily. We're going to do some side quests, and I am starting the most important thing. Thomas walked by us this way. Not the most important, but one of the most important things, which is department lunches. Thomas, where did you go? He walks this way, but he's usually either at his desk or... yeah, okay, he's in here. Yes.
It's nice to be able to eat lunch together like this.
No matter how much we get along, remember, Agent Morgan is a member of a different organization, and I doubt he'll be of much help with the case.
Come on, George, be nice.
It's okay, I'm used to it. This is the typical reaction of most local sheriffs who are really good at what they do when the FBI comes to help with a case. I understand the mentality completely. We've all seen it on TV, but it happens in real life all the time.
So, George is the defensive home turf sheriff?
Yes, definitely.
And the FBI agent is going to make the sheriff look bad, just like the TV shows?
That's not what I mean, George. When you're good at what you do, you tend to defend your work aggressively. You simply displayed a perfectly natural reaction.
A natural reaction?
Thomas, you've outdone yourself again. Food was delicious, as expected. Amazingly good. Thank you. That ham salad was fantastic. I wish the boys at HQ could get a taste of it.
Really? I can give you some of the ham. It's homemade.
Homemade ham. Amazing.
My mother taught me how to make them. I have some homemade pickles, too. I was just...
That's enough, Thomas. We're very busy. Agent Morgan, stop wasting time around here and let's get over to the hospital.
Yeah, we better get going. We'll see you there.
Get this all cleared up and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
I'm impressed again, Zach. It must be very peaceful here. A law enforcer with the time to make ham at home. Simply amazing.
Damn it cut the kazoos! That's like my favorite part, is when the kazoos start. Oh man. Sorry if you keep hearing clunking. That's my headset unintentionally hitting the shock mount for my mic, which details people don't need to know about because it's technical shit, but I think I need a new shock mount, so I've ordered one. Rain in the morning and afternoon. We should be careful. Oh, right. Yep, because we're doing plot things. So that's actually going to help us with a couple of side quests. So, there's going to be quite a few, earlier on, but it is for, characters, so you get to know some of the Greenvale residents. There will be a point where we meet all of them, but, we're going to meet some of them before that point as well. Okay. So... and I'm gonna start a side quest before even this really thorough guide tells me to. Because the sooner I can get this crap, the better. Okay. Those are York's footsteps during the rain. It's hilarious. Okay. Oh, right. I turned the game on again, so I'll be in first-person view. Where's my wipers? Yeah, it does nothing. It's already making you hungry. I don't know if York has any more conversations with Zach. But if he does, I will absolutely listen to them. Let's see. Told you all I'm going to be checking my map. Bank. Okay. Right. So there's a unique thing about Greenvale. When it rains, certain places will close down. So, like the diner that we were at earlier, that closes down. The convenience shop they talked about. The milk barn, that closes down. Yeah, certain things close down. Other places, like the bars, don't. And the sheriff's office don't, but certain stores will.
Now, Joel Gray's daughter is, of course... That's right, Jennifer Gray. You knew that, right, Zach?
Jennifer Gray. She's in one of my most favorite movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 1986, directed by John Hughes. That one was so 80s.
Zach, you're not the most cheerful guy I know. But you really do like those cheerful movies.
We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Heckerling. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates. Not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too. And the original book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film?
Do you remember, Zach?
When that movie ended, the last words at the end was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command. It stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few.
Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
God, adorable.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
They told us to be there before 2100, but don't worry about that. Let's do whatever you want to do.
You're such a sweetie pie, York. I can't handle it. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I think there's an Agent Honor back here. Free money. Oh, good lord. So, this is the victim's house. This is Anna's house. So we're gonna visit her mom. Sally. And do, at least one side quest here. And one Twin Peaks reference that I actually do have to point out. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Actually, my last playthrough, I really didn't have to use any stabilizers. Even though I probably should have. I had a ton. Ah! Yes, we get a little bit of juicy info here too. So let's make sure we're talking to the right person. Right, I can't actually make an observation about him. Yep.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. It's what everyone calls me.
York? Sounds like a last name.
I'm Richard Dunn. I own one of the bars here. It's called Sweary 65. How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. Murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. And she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
So yeah, that is Richard. I like Richard a lot. He's a sweetie pie. And yeah, he owns the bar in town that is the name of the developer, Sweary 65. They say he was a punk back then, but he's grown up and settled down. Okay, now we'll see Sally.
Anna, where are you going? Don't leave me. You there. Do you know where Anna is? Anna. My dear Anna.
Zach, let's do this later. I don't think we'll get anything out of her like this.
Nope, she's got a quest for me.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Anna.
Anna. Oh, why did she have to die? She was so happy, so full of life. Anna, she loved that dress in the picture so much. She looked so pretty in it, but now she won't be able to wear it again. Yes, that dress. I can't find that dress anywhere.
That dress?
Her dress. Where is it? Without it, She looked so pretty when she wore it for prom. She was the prettiest girl in town that night. So why did she? Where's that dress? Where?
I don't think we'll get much more out of her like this. Maybe if we find the dress and bring it to her, she'll calm down enough to talk.
You do frequently see Richard and Sally together. If he doesn't come over, she'll go over to the trailers that he and his son have. They each have separate trailers. And, so pretty much if you can't find them at one place, you'll find them at another. Photo of Anna wearing a beautiful dress. This must be the one Sally was looking for.
Look, Zach. It's a picture taken during her prom night.
There are no other pictures of Anna in a dress. This blue dress here, then, must be the one Sally is looking for. She does look like a goddess. Sally was right. She sure is pretty. That smile would make any man turn to butter.
This game is unintentionally hilarious like that. Because, I don't know. To me, Anna's kind of got a horse face. So we can't do anything with that. And this is locked. So this is Sally's room. Just going to invade her privacy here. Okay, so she's got a walk-in closet. Anna's prom dress.
Zach, this is it. This is the same dress as the one in the prom picture.
Let's take it to Sally.
No, it is not Anna's fault about the graphics. The concept art for this, which do not look up because they're spoilers, but the concept art for this, like, the characters actually look pretty dang different. Like, Emily's hair is very, like, full and a little curly. Like, and, like, that's really what they meant for her to look like versus, you know, like, what actually is. Did you find her dress?
This is it! The dress! This is Anna's dress! Anna! Oh, Anna! Anna!
Sally, we found the dress. So please tell me more about Anna.
She was such a good girl. She was the most beautiful girl in town. With pretty blonde hair. Everyone around her just loved her.
On the night of the murder, was Anna at home?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
That day, the day she died, I stayed over at a friend's place. If only I'd been here, Anna might not have gone through...
Where did you stay that night?
I was...
Aha. So, in other words, you have no idea what Anna was up to that night.
That's wrong! She wasn't the kind of girl that would walk around at night. She was always dancing under the sun. Yes, under the pouring sunshine, like this.
Zach, look. A key. It fell from Anna's dress. Maybe we can use this to get into Anna's room.
Sorry, Sally, but we're going to have to take a look in there.
So yeah, Sally's kind of lost it. You can't really blame her. Okay. So here's like the intentional... Ooh, let me grab this trading card first. Anna's dress. Here's like the really intentional nod to Twin Peaks to the point where they actually put up a photo in this room. The victim in Twin Peaks is Laura Palmer, and there's a lot of similarities between the two. They're called by full name most of the time. They were known to be as like larger than life. There's other similarities that I can't really get into right now without spoiler territory, but another similarity was that they were known as the most beautiful girl in town. To the point where there's actually a picture of Laura Palmer right there. It's the sepia photo in that group of smaller photos to York's right. And I have the image. I thought this was just a really cool Easter egg. Okay. Let me find that image. It's always a little alarming to see someone's name, like, on screen. Oops, pulls my attention away. Where's the damn thing? Here it is. Okay. Oh, I guess Richard left. So, sorry. They flipped it, but that's Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks. Right here. So, yeah, if you squint close enough, you can actually see that it's a blurred photo. Yeah, it's really cool. I had no idea until, like, not last playthrough, but the one before that. I was like, oh, that's really neat. So, yeah, let's get rid of Laura Palmer here. So, yeah, that's, like, as blatant as it gets, that it's like, oh, she's an equivalent to Laura Palmer. I believe this is just her bathroom. Yeah, there's nothing really in here. Not too clean, I must say, though I can hardly blame her. It's not filthy, not just yet, but she hasn't been cleaning lately. So York's saying he's not blaming Sally. And again, you can shave literally anywhere. There's actually a comic I really like that's like, that has Sally like wailing in the background, just incoherent things, and like Emily's over and York is shaving, and she's like, York, this is the victim's house, and he's like, I don't see a problem with this, Emily. Cosmetics all over the place. She could have been a little tidier at her age. Didn't she have a crush for anyone? Thank you, localization. Okay. Look, York, if you look through my room, you would probably have an aneurysm.
She was at an age that craves excitement. Doesn't matter what town you're from. Girls will be girls.
You know, Zach, in this wonderful country of ours, there are no good old-fashioned towns left. None at all.
Day 1. Today is the day of the ceremony, and I'm a little nervous about it. Day 2. The first time he used it on me, it was so amazing. So exhilarating. Day 3. He doesn't let anything slip. I'm really worried about Becky. Day 4. Delivery man Q won't be able to protect Becky. So that's the last page written. It's very interesting. You can learn a lot from a diary.
So we have this unnamed he, Becky, and this delivery man Q. Zach, this could be more interesting than I thought.
Alright. I also don't know why Anna has a giant photo of herself in my room. Or, in my room, in her room. If I had one of myself in my room, that's where my brain was going. Please no. Yeah, Richard left, so Sally's by herself. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it. This game actually is pretty fucked up. Like, it starts with implying some messed up things, but it is not afraid to actually show you some messed up things. So, fair warning for that. Come on, let me... Yes. Give me the bullets. That's a lag on the game's part. Give me the bullets. Okay. Now let's see here. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking at the map a lot. Okay, yep, those are the apartments. Yes, we need to pick up one of those as well. I also need to pick up these bones that are scattered around the place, so actually that would be the fastest way to go. Would be down that path. I'll try to do the bones off screen as much as I can, but it's for a very nice weapon. Ultimately. And part of another side quest. I always forget which one is forward and backwards, so you're gonna see me messing that up a lot. I went through the entire game fucking that up. And this is why you have car percentage.
I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next, and finally I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years. I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. It's Jaws. The underwater camera work, accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater. I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
That reminds me, Zach. Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg, the second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So, the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future. He passes by a movie theater and is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies. It was still a great joke. 30 years from 1985 will be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach.
This game came out in 2010 and takes place in 2010. So, yeah. A lot of people actually drew fan art in 2015 with that line, and I was just like, my heart hurts. And yes, you did hear weird sniffling sounds. There are dogs all over the place. Usually by these bones.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Trees are a weird shade. Yeah, the dog noises are very unsettling, actually. And you're gonna learn more fucking movie trivia than you ever have in your entire life. Alright, cool. We'll make it out onto this. And then, yeah, there's a flower we need to get for a special reason. Ah, there's another dog. There's no bones around here. Get out.
This flower. There's something very mesmerizing about it. I wonder what it's called. I'll take one with me and ask someone later.
Got a flower with no name. Alright. Now, I know exactly how to get to Becky's house, so it's fairly easy. So, I hope I have a flare. I don't think I'll need it, but it's always good to have one on hand when you have police cars. I think you can buy them from Polly at the hotel, so I should be fine.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
Okay, so we've actually reached all the conversation limits, or conversation limits. We've actually reached all the conversations we can have with York and Zach right now. There's a set amount per episode. So, we've hit our limit. And this is why, the side quest with the flower, actually, is what's going to get us the fast travel. And that's why the fast travel comes in handy, because after a while, just driving everywhere is... I mean, you just hear whirr in your ear, or coming from your TV screen, and it gets a little tiring. Yeah, I love the York and Zach conversations. I did say this in my Deadly Prem 2 review, and it is not a spoiler. There's actually a character that York has more chemistry with, or not more chemistry, but like as much chemistry with as Zach, because it's like they're best friends. So, and that's not a spoiler, York is obviously talking to Zach like you would a best friend. So, York and Zach are best friends. Make of that what you will, depending on what your theory is. And, so there's actually... He'll just say the same thing. Or he'll whistle.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
There's actually a character in Deadly Premonition 2 that has as much kind of, like, that kind of camaraderie, with York, that York has with Zach, and it's really, really sweet. Because I never thought that was actually possible. It's just incredibly wholesome. Alright, we are nearly at Becky's. We're actually going to be harassing Becky quite a bit. So, good thing she's a fast travel spot. Nope, 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 nope. Give me that money. Alright. No, the entire game revolves around the case with Anna. It's just like how you progress through, it's just how you progress through, yeah. No, this whole thing is centered on, Anna. The next game is a prequel and a sequel? It's very interesting how they split that up. Ironically, it's a bit like the Twin Peaks movie Firewalk with Me, which I think Sweary, of course, did on purpose. So stabilizers essentially stop you from having heart attacks. They're really nice to have around when your stamina bar's up a lot. So, Becky's got a really swanky place. Nothing to observe, though.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
FBI? The police? I've got nothing to say to you. Please, go away.
It's always hard to think of a subject to talk about when you meet someone new. But wouldn't Anna's death be a common subject we can talk about?
I don't want to talk about it. No matter how many times you try, okay? Just leave me alone. Go away.
Is there some reason you want to be alone?
Anna, my best friend was just killed. How would you feel?
I see. You and Anna were really close. I'm sorry. But I'm just doing my job. If you think of anything you want to talk about, contact me, okay?
That'll never happen. I don't really like the police.
Becky!
Mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I've got nothing to say.
Maybe this will change your mind.
And that's...
Anna's diary. Let me read you a part that I find very interesting. Dear Diary, today's the day of the ceremony, and I'm a little nervous about it. Any idea what this ceremony is?
No idea.
Okay. What about these, then? He doesn't let anything slip. I'm really worried about Becky. Delivery man Q won't be able to protect Becky. Your name twice. An unnamed he, and then this delivery man Q. You don't want to talk? Or are you too scared to talk?
Stupid cops. Just leave me alone.
Zach, this is a problem. How can we get her to open up?
Maybe we should start with the easy one and look into Delivery Man Q.
Alright, and that activates our side quest. I'm trying to get a certain dialogue out of her. Yeah, so Becky's obviously freaked the hell out about something. Trying to get a certain dialogue out of her. Got nothing to say to the police. Even the FBI? You're all the same. Oh my gosh, proofreading. Go away. Okay, no, she won't say it. She gets especially jumpy, more so than usual, when it rains. I don't know if I'll be able to trigger that dialogue, so I'll just say what I was looking for. If I can get it, then awesome, because I wasn't able to get it last time either. The weather is pretty finicky. You can count on rain in certain points of the game, like here, but other days it kind of just does what it wants, which can make certain side quests really annoying. Okay, and we actually are going to peek, because this is where peek is useful. Yeah, Becky's interesting. Now see, if you look, you'll see that Becky is doing nothing but sitting on her bed, huddled up in a ball. So something has really freaked her out. Okay. Let's see. So I could go back to the hotel and sleep till the next day, because we're actually not getting to the hospital today. We've got a couple more things like department lunches that we're not missing out on. Now, reactions to you will vary, like when you show up, depending on if you go straight there or if you actually make them wait. Emily and George can get very, very angry at you. So they're going to be a little pissed at me the first couple of times. Let's see. I believe maybe can get the fast transport. Maybe. And we can maybe do a side quest with Emily as well. Maybe. Those might not trigger until later. But yeah, okay. I do want to head to the Heaven and Hell gas station, though. So I'll take here, go through the tunnel, and then head down the street. Okay, Richard's driving. Yeah, it shows you where everybody is. Yeah, and this is where Richard and his son Quint live. Yeah, I'm making them wait to do some other side quests. Because like I said, later when the game picks up, it just goes, so like kind of stopping, like at certain points you literally can't do anything but the plot, you're kind of locked into it. And you miss your opportunity for certain side quests actually, for various reasons. And some only happen at certain times. And in certain weather conditions. Like, Emily's side quest, she has 3. You can only do with her when it's raining outside. In the evening. So, yeah, it is cool, but it's also, like, kind of inconvenient. So, like, it has pros and cons for being an open-world survival horror game. Because it's got, like, all of this management to it. I will say it was very ambitious for what it wanted to do. I honestly can't really think of another game that does all of this. And I know I stated it before, but I'll say it again. We will not be doing every side quest. If you're interested, pick up a version for the Switch. That is the cheapest option right now. Pick up a version for the Switch, play it through, and do it on your own time. I can definitely recommend the guide that I'm using. Which is on the fan site Welcome to Greenvale. But I would not go snooping around there until the game is finished. So there's the milk barn. Aha. Okay. Which is closed right now, and we'll be visiting that later. I can't remember if the gas station's actually closed or not. I hope not. I don't think they close when it rains. Sometimes they do. There's a list, and I don't have it pulled up, of establishments that do and don't, so we'll see.
You from out of town? I ain't seen you here before.
I'm Francis York Morgan, FBI Special Agent. I'm investigating the death of Anna Graham.
Do you have any info on Anna or any suspicious individuals?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
Shut it. If you're a customer, act like one and shut the mouth. Huh?
He sounds like he's doing his worst John Wayne impression. Okay, so he's not going to talk to us. Please stop spitting on my car. But we can bribe him, and we are going to bribe him, because that's what's going to get our car back.
Jack, here's the Ben Franklin you wanted.
Give it to me. Hey there, Benjamin. I wanted to talk to you. Have you heard this yet? Not back this mercy, goodness. I'll tell you another one when I see you again.
So that's a side quest I'll be doing.
Did you see that? It was as if we weren't here.
I wonder what that was all about. Did it make sense to you?
We'll be doing that side quest, or I'll try to do that side quest off camera, because it took me a while, but essentially what Jack said, because that text went by really quickly.
Zach, is there something here
Fucking
that you want to
dogs,
check?
man.
They told us to be there before 2100. But don't worry about that. Let's do whatever you want to do.
So cute. Okay, Gina Sponge. Doggo. I need to get in the car, and I need to have you actually, quote-unquote, clean my car, which means that, like, your car goes back to 100, and I need gas desperately. There we go. Well, Gina's not coming out, I guess. Guess it's just Jack. You forgot about Ben Franklin. Tasty. Fill her up. Stop it. It's so gross. $5 a gallon. And then wash the car to get me at 100% car. Great. Thanks. You're real helpful, Jack. Alright, back. No, I'm done. Yeah, he calls you craphead. Get out of here. Okay. I think I'll go around picking up those bones. I have time. And I do need them. I don't know if I can... Actually, let me see if I can do a side quest really quick. But what he was saying was, Richard, the owner of Sweary 65, who we just met, has a, he sells a dart gun. And you can play a game of darts, and if you manage to beat Richard's score, he'll give you a, bigger weapon bag. So that you carry more weapons and ammo and everything, which is extremely useful, but, it can be a little time-consuming. Because beating Richard's score is a little difficult to do. You're constantly in aim mode, and when you do that, York's, I guess, heart rate goes up like you're running, so you only have a certain number of, essentially shots before you can get it, and you've just got to be really, really, really good at it. So it took me quite a few tries, the first go-through, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I cannot continue any other side quests, because even though Richard and Quint are home, they're not going to open their trailer. The bar opens way later, so... But yeah, I'll try to do that one with the dart gun and everything off screen, just because it can get a little tedious. So, for the bones, they're always on these side trails. And it can be, this is as far out as you can zoom in the map. So, it can get, I do have a map on my desktop that I should probably actually open up. Yeah, right here. That tells you where everything is. And some stuff just doesn't open up until later, because I'm still in my first chapter, so... Or not so much like in the first... Like, I'm still in the very beginning of the game. Things will open up to me a little bit more later. Okay, I already got that bone. Let me see here. Aha! Okay. Okay. So, Richard and Quint's trailers, which is where I'm around right now. Aha! Okay. There are 7 bones, I believe?
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop.
Yeah, that's all the dialogue I'm gonna get out of York without anybody else in the car. Besides Zach. But that's all the dialogue he has with Zach right now. It can get... Once you know Greenvale, you know it, but, I mean... Sometimes, especially if you're looking to off-road and find bones and stuff, you can get lost surprisingly easy. There was a question that Trisha asked, and I am going to answer. You were asking if the side quests in Deadly Prem 2 are similar to this. I don't know. Because Sweary is very, very cryptic when it comes to side quests. It's better kind of to go through with a guide. I did some... Thank you, lag. Okay, so now we have 2 hands.
A human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Thank you, doggo. So, I actually don't know, because I played Deadly Prem 2 right when it came out. So, there weren't really a lot of guides, because most people who had played it were people who got early access to it, and they were sort of keeping hush-hush, and they were, you know, writing their own reviews and everything. So I plan on waiting for some more patches for Deadly Prem 2 to go through, and I plan on waiting for the fandom to kind of comb through with a guide before I even start on the side quests. I will say from the ones that I experienced, I was disappointed, but I could very easily eat those words. That's kind of like the problem. But none of them seemed as kind of personalized as this. Like, I didn't really get to interact with, like, the victims or, like, the victims' families and stuff like that. There weren't really any side quests to do with them like there are here. Like, there's, you know, like, this intrigue of, like, what was Anna doing? You don't, like, at least from what I had experienced, I didn't get that. But again, I also didn't really play the, you know, I came into the game pretty much straight when it came out. So, that's also a problem, especially because Swery is just incredibly cryptic in how some things need to be done. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the game, because, God, I love this game. Alright, I need to get out of this fucking field. Where's the road? Ah. There's my next path, maybe? Or did I... No, this is what I came out onto. Damn it. Oh yeah, we have to be good and... I turned the headlights on. You probably can't tell, but... Oh yeah, you can. I'm being a good driver. Holy shit, where's the road? I mean, I came out on a farm, so... Okay, well I see it, but there's a fence over there. That's more than one bone. Well, yes. They all come attached, though. So, I mean... Also, 2010 made on a budget of $20. That was also actually a design choice, was to make this look more like an older game. Kind of like one you would kind of find, like, pushing the graphical limit on, like, the Dreamcast kind of thing. Like, that was actually a design choice. Oh, I'm glad I did not hit that exploding barrel. That was a design choice. Like, the jank was actually something Swery wanted to put in, and it's something that he wants in 2 as well, and it's very hotly debated as if that was, like, a wise choice to do in 2. And I'm just like, if you don't like Deadly Prem, like, if you didn't like the first one, then don't make this debate on the second one. Kinda. Like, I'm of that opinion. I'll go on record. Again, I try not to name a lot of, like, big-name reviewers or, YouTubers. But, like, obviously, like, if you haven't seen Zero Punctuation, you absolutely should, with Yahtzee. He's amazing, and it's just sort of his persona to, like, pretty much hate everything. But, I did not actually watch Yahtzee's review of this because I was like, I just have a bad feeling about what he's gonna say. It's likely going to be that it was playing off the nostalgia. And, like, when he criticizes games, he does make very good points, even if I don't agree with them. But it's hard for a reviewer or a Let's Player to, criticize a game that I really, really enjoy, and for me to agree with them. So that's what usually what I call like a great reviewer or let's player, is one that can make me laugh or make me enjoy their experience even if I disagree completely with what they say. And that's not to say that Yahtzee and Zero Punctuation isn't great, because I just said that he was. And it's true, he is. But it's just sort of not really my style. I'll sit there through a lot of reviews, but him as a curator on Steam is actually a lot more insightful. I think because it's actually Ben himself and not the Yahtzee persona. Alright, I hear you, doggo. Bone. You got a sternum. People do like...
Human bone? This doesn't look related to the case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Yes, that's a great point, Mod. There's an indie company called Puppet Combo, and they excel in making PlayStation 1 style horror games. And you can change the visual effects to look like a VCR, to look like it's in Betamax. You know, it has they have all these crazy effects. It's actually very, very cool. But yeah, people love Puppet Combo for that. They 100% do. That is a fantastic point. People adore Puppet Combo for that, and sad to say, like, it actually does make me sad to say, their games have been a little stale as of late. I still enjoy them, I still have a good time, but they do get kind of stale. They've had a couple of interesting ones. There's actually another studio that's very similar, called Chilla's Art, who have put out some games as well on Steam. They're very similar in kind of like the older horror style. They're often compared to Puppet Combo, sometimes fairly, sometimes unfairly. Sometimes Chilla's Art puts out a game after Puppet Combo did that tries to go for a similar vibe but make it their own. They're mainly focused on Japanese horror more than Puppet Combo, which tends to give homages more towards slashers. Or at least their earlier games gave homages more towards slashers. Popular Puppet Combo titles, if you ever saw any Let's Player back in the day play Power Drill Massacre, that was their I think their very first indie game. I hate Power Drill Massacre, it's just loud. It's just really loud and you can't tell what's going on. But really good ones they came out with were Babysitter Bloodbath, which was essentially a Halloween homage. It originally was actually called Halloween the Game, but then they changed it for copyright reasons, and the killer is no longer Michael Myers. Oh god, Babysitter Bloodbath. Oh, there's one more I'm thinking of. I can think of like recent ones, but I can't think of like one of the slasher ones that I really liked a lot. But like they peaked. They absolutely 100% peaked with a game called Night Ripper. That was really, really good. Okay. I want to go forward and then turn around. So yeah, people love Puppet Combo for exactly that reason. Katie is 100% right. I guess the difference is that Deadly Prem kind of has a cult following, whereas Puppet Combo is more on the indie scene, and they release a lot of games through Patreon and itch.io. Whereas Sweary is a much more known developer now due to Deadly Premonition. Because he kickstarted The Good Life, which I paid for as well. That's, or like the basic premise is like you're a journalist that goes to a town in England where at night all of the residents turn into cats and dogs. And I was like, sold! It's made by Sweary. Yes, I did shoot a hip bone out of a bird's nest. But yeah, Sweary's gone on to do quite a few other,
Human bone?
Yeah, York says the same thing every time.
But shouldn't I let someone know?
What, The Good Life? The Good Life hasn't come out yet. It's still in development, actually. Suiri's been working on that consistently. I get emails pretty much once or twice a week about the status of The Good Life. But after this, he made D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die, which was seen as like a spiritual successor to Deadly Prem, and Deadly Prem 2 actually makes an allusion to it. And they also take a big old stab at Microsoft while they do so, which is hilarious. Yeah, The Good Life, the dogs and cats that were, people turning into dogs and cats, that has not come out yet. That's still being developed. Yeah, D4. I actually haven't played D4 yet. But they just stabbed right at Microsoft, because Microsoft kind of screwed them over a little bit. By being like, yes, you can make this an Xbox One exclusive, and then I think they pulled the funding. And so they were like, well, so Suiri was kind of like, well, shit, where do I go now? And, so Steam was like, hey, we'll take it.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
And D4, because...
But don't worry about that. Let's do whatever you want to do.
Okay, thank you, York, sweetheart. Because people loved Deadly Premonition so goddamn much... oh, I forget. Do I actually have to go behind the fence to get that bone? Yes, I do. Doggo. Eh. Alright, so yeah, Steam was like, yeah, we'll take it. And, it did so well because everyone was like, oh shit, this is the guy that made Deadly Prem. And Microsoft was like, oh, we take it back, we'll take it. And they were like, I mean, fine, but we've already made all the money we possibly could off of Steam. But they let it be on the Xbox anyway. So, yeah, they make a pretty good stab at Microsoft in, Deadly Prem 2. It just in referring to the actual characters of D4. To answer your question, Trillium, once I actually play it and know what I'm doing, yeah, I'll stream D4. It's kind of a, like, on the list as a one-day thing. I'll have to see which version is known to be better, like, see if the Steam version is, like, wholly broken or anything. So you always have to use this back path to get in here, because it's super chained shut. Hello. But yeah, I mean, I'll eventually stream D4. Like one. Like I said, I still haven't experienced it myself yet, so I would like to do that.
The case, but shouldn't I let someone know?
Yes, you very likely should, York. But, spoiler alert, you're not going to. Alright. Yeah, you can only get to this little grove, through this back path here. But yeah, once I figure out which version is, like, more friendly to players, because, like, I was like, I mean, I had this game on Steam. I would have streamed this game a lot sooner, but again, the Steam version of Director's Cut is so fucking broken. It's like, it'll crash on startup, it'll randomly erase your files, like, there are just so many problems, and although the Deadly Prem community is very devoted, there hasn't really been a solid patch. The people who, like, ported it issued an official apology, actually, if I remember correctly. I mean, I'm still glad that I paid just to support Deadly Premonition, because I will literally pay everything to support Deadly Premonition. There's a fan-made board game that came out, that I paid for, and I have not been able to play with anybody yet. But it's kind of like Clue-ish. except it's like Greenvale. But yeah, I kickstarted that. It's sitting actually on the side table that my mic is on right now. It's kind of at the bottom. Where the hell am I? Like I said, it's very easy to get lost in Greenvale. Okay, so the graveyard. Yeah! Oh yeah, they made a Deadly Prem board game. After I finish streaming Deadly Prem, yes, that could definitely be a Triforce weekend thing. We need to watch JoJo's, though. We need to watch part 5. It's been over forever. It's to the point, Trisha, where the first part of part 5 is going to be out on Blu-ray, like, next week. Yeah, it's a priority. We're gonna try to get it done in, like, the weekend. So, I mean, I hope you're ready for a binge-a-thon. Also, you need to watch, Katie and I need to show you, part 1 of the live-action DIU. Because you're gonna love it. Because, I mean, Katie watched it before I did and was like, yes! And then I watched it with her. And I was like, yes! And we're both really, really, really hoping that, like, just hoping so hard. It actually did not do that well in Japan, which is very shocking. But we're hoping that Araki himself just forks the money over and is like, make it! Yeah. Me neither. I can't wait to do my laundry on Mista's abs. All of the agent honors! Give me the money. I'll likely be blowing a lot of it on that frickin' dart game. Oh god, I'm only at 37% car. I have more gas than car left. If I can stick to the main road after this, I will be okay. Stop hitting the sides. Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, the Tree of Anna. That's actually a, I wonder if they'll let me go up there yet. That's actually a plot location that's after the autopsy. So I don't know if I'll be able to make it up there or not, but we'll see. Yeah, as long as I stick to the main roads and get to Heaven and Hell gas station, I'll be able to spruce up my car. I just don't know if I have flares on me. But yeah, I can't go up there yet. Alright, I can't get all the bones yet. But I can... Oh, I can't even get it when I'm there for plot, because it's, like, just out of the way. And then you immediately get pulled, like, that, and then that turns into a case of, plot dictates you go here now. So... It's not like I can even... I have to just remember to go back to that place, but that's okay. I have to go up there for a side quest anyway, later, so it's fine. I'm really collecting the bones just to kill time. Honestly, I'd kind of plan to get them off screen. But it's a good time to chat with you guys. because as you know, I'm pretty quiet during cutscenes. I say pretty quiet. Like, I know my thing says I don't talk at all during cutscenes, but sometimes I can't help myself, and I'm just a smart ass. Oh, so I ran this idea by mod earlier, but I'm wondering what you guys would think and if you have some input. I'm trying to get like, gosh, words are hard, says the English major. Okay, do I have a flare? I actually remember there's another bone, but I'd have to go through the back. I do have a flare. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I have 2 flares. I don't know why this one's yellow. Alright, cool. Because I have to take a really long backwoods way to get to this. I'm actually not quite sure how I get there. You get paid for driving a long distance, for God's sake. Alright, let's see here. I'm checking my Greenvale map right now. Okay, yeah, perfect. I am going the exact right direction. Did I already get it? Let me check my map. No, I did not. Perfect. I'm trying to think of, more things that'll get me writing for my review blog. Because I have been playing games, like, quite a few, in between the streams. I finally played the first Last of Us. I'm not going to play the second one for a while. Mainly due to all the hoopla around it, but also because, I was advised by someone who really, really genuinely loves the series to death. Like, it's pretty much one of the things that they're the most passionate about, and they don't bullshit me about literally anything, is to, was to just, like, sit and think about the first one for a while, because they were like, look, I waited 10 years for a sequel, and I thought I was ready, and I wasn't. So I'm sitting here like, alright, I'm just gonna wait. And I have so many games to play that was a deer rearing up that you saw. It was very bizarre. It was up on that hillside there. You saw a deer rearing up on its hind legs. But, like, I've been playing Last of Us, and, like, I've kind of been, like, giving some games, like, another shake. Essentially, I'm doing that with a game right now. I'm not saying what game it is, because I don't want people to be, you know, flooding me with whether they liked it or not. I just kind of want to do it on my own. But I was thinking of doing this, this segment, I guess, and I'm not sure quite what to call it. The prototype would be, overhyped. That's like my working name for it right now. Which would be games that were given a shit ton of hype, or that they got hyped so much by fans that it got ruined for either myself or my friends. So, examples of this would be, like, and this is for myself and my friends. Like, some weren't ruined for me, some were ruined for friends, vice versa. Last of Us actually is one of them. It was not ruined for anybody that I know, but there was so much hype around it that I was just kind of like, when I went into it, I was like, is this really as good as everybody says? You know, so Last of Us, Borderlands, just the series as a whole, as much as I love it, Kingdom Hearts. Because I actually fell out of Kingdom Hearts for quite a while due to the fan base.
A human bone.
Undertale, definitely due to the toxic fan base.
Shouldn't I let someone know?
Bioshock, Life is Strange. I can't remember if I had any more, but, like, you know, and just kind of weighing in and giving my take on it, being like, I liked it for this reasons, I didn't like it for these reasons. I think it was effective here, and does it really live up to the hype, or does it not? Like, all that kind of stuff. And I was wondering what Well, like, I'm wondering... I mean, I haven't... This was just an idea I had, like, a couple of days ago. Yeah, Maud just came straight up admitted that she's a prime example for Life is Strange. Yeah, she's the reason I have Life is Strange. I bought it for her, and it got completely ruined. Like, I contributed a bit to that, but then I learned to shut my mouth. But she was still working gaming retail when people walked in and were like, "It's the best game ever!" Bah! And she was just like, "I don't want to play it anymore now. Thanks, guys." So, and like, that kind of stuff really pisses me off because it's such a good game. And like, she feels the same about a couple of games that I listed. And one of the ones that I'm playing through right now. She's like, "No, it is a good game. Please give it a chance." But I was just, for the longest time, I was like, "Nope, nope, nope, capital nope, you cannot make me." You were also told that you weren't really a gamer for not playing a modern point and click. I'm sorry, what? You were told you weren't really a gamer for not playing something where you walk around and make choices like a Telltale game. You essentially were told you weren't a gamer for essentially not playing Square Enix's version of a Telltale game. People suck. Yeah, chat's all pissed. I don't know if Trillium's a fan of Life is Strange, but Trisha and I definitely are. I have not played the second one yet, Trisha, but I played the first one, I played Before the Storm, I love them both. But I mean, I also realize that they're not the best ever. Some of the dialogue is incredibly cringy. How many bones do I need? 7? Did I pick up all the bones? How many bones are there in Deadly Premonition? I'm just gonna Google that real quick. 7 bones! Cool, so I actually only have that one by the plot or the plot place, so that was a nice little chat session I had with you guys. So let's get the fuck out of here, because now my gas is low and I don't have much car. Wait. Did I already turn around? I do this all the time. I get so sidetracked. No, okay. I turned the right way. Okay. It'll take me here. And I just need to figure out where the hell I'm going after that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm still wondering if I can do this in Chapter 1 or Episode 1. I have to be able to. Sorry, I'm scrolling more and more. Okay, 2100 is actually when I can potentially go to George's. Sorry, chat's talking about kind of gatekeeping in gaming. Yeah, elites are assholes, but I mean, I put a lot of people in their place. Yes, you have. I feel like you hear that a lot for games like Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex, etc. I play Minecraft now, but I got put off on it because of people, and I won't touch Fortnite or Apex with a 6-foot stick, but I don't like those games either. I get a little defensive of Fortnite just because my cousin was one of the lead programmers on it, but it's not really my type of game. But I'm very proud of him for it. That's like the only thing that I'm like, I'm just like, it's kind of just pride, because I'm like, he really worked hard on this game. A game that was actually his baby that nobody paid attention to because of Overwatch was Paragon. And I bought, like, this, and it was, I mean, it was similar to Overwatch, but Overwatch released shortly after it and just took everything by storm. But Paragon was, like, his baby, and I feel really bad that it just kind of tanked. I don't play Apex, but I've loved Minecraft for a while. Aaron, actually, who I'm surprised isn't in chat right now, but he might be busy. Aaron had a Minecraft server in college, and he just had, like, fun stuff to do on the server. He had a lot of mods in place and stuff. It's really fun. But, I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea, so that's okay. Katie doesn't play it because she's like, if I play it, I'm never putting it down. Which is also fair, because it is kind of addictive. But I would love to play it with people. I play PC. I don't play any system Minecraft. I can't do it. I tried once, and I was like, what? It's so much easier on the PC. Look, you've seen and heard me with The Sims. Dude, I'm the same way. I get you. The Sims become my entire life for, like, months, and I just go until I can't anymore. Oh my god, I forget how to get to the other side of fucking town sometimes. This really irritates me. The problem also is that the map changes with your perspective, so you can get really turned around. Ah! Okay, that's the graveyard. I kind of know where I am now. Yeah, because there's the milk barn, and the milk barn is where I need to be. Or, the area, the road I need to be on. Heaven and hell. Okay. Okay, here we go. Take the tunnel. And then at the fork, take an immediate right, and I'll be good. Okay. Alright, I figured it out. Hopefully I have enough gas to get me there. Yeah, The Sims I'll create for literal, like, I'll create for, like, over a solid week. And then I will just invest. It's crazy. Deadly Prem for one. But yeah, we're all gamers, Trillium, so you are safe here. And none of us gatekeep. We're not assholes. She may or may not have gone AFK, I don't know. Well, it's because we all worked in gaming retail, and we all got the whole spiel of, like, nah, you can't be a real gamer unless you bit. And we've all just been like, bro story, cool. Yeah, I saw that you were playing 14. I saw that when I logged on to Steam the other day. I was like, uh-oh, it's claimed another victim. I know I said this on 10. I would love to play 14 if it's just the whole setup of MMOs where it's like... where it's just like... pay monthly. Because, God, do Katie and I ever want to do the... I know, I'm trying to get to the damn gas station. I just don't really like the setup of, like, the monthly payment thing, and... Yep, that is my car starting to give out on me. Look, I'm gonna try to make it. I have a flare, so it's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't really like about MMOs, is that it just kind of, like, takes you over, and I'm like, oh no. But, like, there's a quest that Katie and I really want to play that pays homage to Final Fantasy Tactics, the original, the best one. I know, police car. I know. Oh god, are you gonna make this annoying-ass beeping sound every time? I usually never let it get this low. My god. It's like in Zelda when you're low on hearts. I can see the icon for the gas station. That means I'm close enough. We're gonna try to make it. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I usually never let my car get this low. I'm living on the edge of annoying the shit out of everybody. I made it! 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 Yeah, exactly. Katie said what I want to say, but I got distracted by my fucking beeping heart car. Yeah, we want to play the Evilise arc in 14, but we don't want to pay for months and months to get to level 70 to even get to that arc in the first place. Yeah, Katie got me into tactics. Like, hardcore. I don't know. See that, like, skipping to level 60? That almost feels like cheating. Like, not to, like, look a gift horse in the mouth. But that actually kind of feels like cheating. Like, if I want to get, like, if I want to get up to level 70, I want to feel like I've earned it. Just me personally. Okay. Come to George's house at 2100. Emily, where is her house? Bollocks. Emily, where do you live? Okay, she's not home. Yeah, and you missed story. Because I've heard 14 actually has a really good story. Or it's like you don't feel like you just need to keep clicking. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, Katie used to play Perfect World. What chapter am I in? About 1800, okay. So I think I can creep my way on over to Emily's house and smoke until 1800, and then see if the side quest pops up. Okay, so we need to go turn around and make a right to the north end. Okay. Right. Emily's house is right here. Oh. Well, Emily shouldn't leave her garage door open. But, thank you. And it's in our mailbox. Bullets. here's the cool thing while you guys are discussing MMOs as well. So, York has cigarettes. This helps you skip time. So you don't need to wait for time to pass. So, oh my gosh. 1800 is... 1300 is 1 o'clock. 1800 is 6 o'clock, I think. Yes, it is, because 2100 is 9. I always have to do that. I'm not that great with military time. But yeah, if you have nothing to do and you need to pass time, a great way to do that is to smoke. I might not be able to do the side quest yet. Because it's raining. Is she even home? She might be on her way. Or because she's, you know... Yeah, she's not even home. Okay, I don't think I can actually do the side quest I wanted to until later. Damn it. I wanted to get the fast travel. Okay, so I'll go back up and then over to the hotel and call it a night. And then we'll have department lunch and then we'll continue with the plot. Because a lot more side questing happens after some plot continuation, which is good. Hey, I got all the bones. Was that when you were still on Baby, Katie? Baby was her tower PC. Or was that your laptop? Okay, that was the laptop. I was gonna say, Baby just kind of conked out. Well, no, Baby can still run, but... Baby needs her innards rearranged. Just need your innards rearranged. That's how you replace the computer parts. I would say the same thing about... Oh, hey, 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 hey! You know what? I'll honk right back at you. Asshole. I have right away barreling down here at 50 miles an hour. You can actually turn on the sirens, but nobody ever listens to you when you do it. And it also gets York's heart rate up. Oh, he's hungry. It's reasons like this that you keep, well, you would actually go to one of the bars when they open, because they serve food. But, I mean, it's also handy just to buy something from the vending machine. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's actually...
Oh, hi.
Hi, Polly, you sweet woman. Do you have flares? You do. I need those. Just in case I need a new car. Okay. I'll buy a sugar donut. Oh, he is getting hungry. Is that the sound of the rain? I never heard that from my TV. Now that I'm actually wearing headphones, I can hear it. That's interesting. I love how opening the menu is such a foreboding sound. Okay, that should be... You stuffed your face. That should be enough to last him. For now, I'll go into the toolbox to take out the other sugar donut, though. I'm just annoyed that it won't let me do the Emily side quest now, because I'm like, it's raining, I can guarantee it. Because there are some, you can go literal days, and it can even say like, oh, it's gonna rain in the evening, and then it just doesn't. It sucks. Let's do some saving, because we got all the bones except for one. I miss donuts too. Okay, it is sleepy time, mister. We're gonna do a long sleep. So, you can stay out as long as you would like. You can pump York full of... Oh, his health is gonna start going down, which is exactly why I got that sugar donut. You can pump him full of caffeine and have him eat from vending machines all you want. But once you hit from midnight to 6 in the morning, the other world invades Greenvale. And, it's not a pleasant experience, so that's why I'm telling you this instead of demonstrating it for you, because it's very, very unpleasant. Okay. 6:18, a little less than 3 hours until the department opens, but that's okay. We're gonna change our suitcase to one of my favorite outfits, the workaholic suit. And then we'll send this one to the dry cleaners. It takes 24 hours, costs $10, but you get $12. Or $16. You get an extra $6 for sending your clothes to the dry cleaner. And no beard York. You know, I didn't make it to the hospital. I told you, they'll wait. It's actually pretty hilarious. We'll see that after the department lunch. What sounded so wistful? Me or Katie? Yeah, it's gonna automatically rain because this is a story beat. Certain story beats call for rain. You want to see how inaccurate the hospital is? Oh, the donut line? Yeah, I like donuts too. But I'm trying to somewhat behave on what I eat. My My food is peanut butter toast. That's my breakfast. Alright, let's go to the department and then smoke in front of it until 9 o'clock. And have another department lunch, and then we will go to the hospital and continue the plot. Like I said, sorry, it's gonna slow down the game a little bit, but I actually combed through all the side quests and kind of decided which ones I thought were at least semi-interesting. So, and I think, you know, what Anna was up to, like what the deal with Becky is, you know, like I think that kind of stuff is really interesting. The department lunches are just really nice because they add character to everybody. And there's just a lot of cute scenes, and there's a point in the game where those stop as well. So, again, just because the plot takes over, and there's not a lot of time for lighthearted banter when you're, you know, closing in on a murderer. Oh, the autopsy. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh. Katie has a thing about accurate autopsies. She spent the first Phoenix Wright in utter agony because the autopsies were so vague, and I was like, I promise they get better throughout the series, and she was so pissed. Oh, that was good. Good times. Sorry, there's a trading card that's bugging me, just because it's out in plain view. I know this one's out in plain view.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
They told us to be there before 2100, but don't worry about that. Let's do whatever you want to do.
He's so patient with Zach. Lily Ingram. And if you don't recognize these people, don't worry. We will be meeting them. Yeah, you have every reason to hate bananas. Even if they are some of the tastiest things in the world. Sorry, I'm looking at the map and I'm on the flipping wrong side of town again. Angie Diner. Okay. No. That's way too far. Where is it? Oh no, Durr. I was looking at the completely wrong thing and okay, I need to crash into the hedges. Get out of the car, York. Oh, I'm only laughing because she got eaten alive by mosquitoes last 4th of July, and Trisha and I were like, you sure you don't like need to go to urgent care? And she was like, nah, I'm fine. Took a Benadryl, took a nap, and then she woke up and she was like, see, I'm okay. And then like a week later she was like, I really should have gone to urgent care though. Uh-oh, is he hungry? It stopped me. Stuff your face with a lollipop. Why did it stop me? Wasting another cigarette. There we go. Okay, Thomas. It's likely in the office. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, feed me.
Coroner Dr. Johnson is also the principal doctor for the town. I have to warn you, though, he's a little bit weird. He seems to only eat junk food, especially potato chips.
That's not all. Guess where he likes to eat? He eats down in the autopsy room, with the dead bodies, underground. Oh.
Fiona told me he spends almost all of his time down there. He's a workaholic, I guess.
Workaholic? You mean he's probably just a nutcase? Eating surrounded by dead bodies? There's something broken in his brain.
Lives among corpses on a diet of potato chips. Sounds like just the man we need.
I think you're missing the point. Let's get going then, George.
Okay. Agent Morgan, we'll meet you at the hospital. Don't be late.
Yes, I'll see you there.
Poor Thomas. Just staggers away, feeling sick.
Zach, this coroner sounds like a rare breed indeed. I can't wait to chat with the fellow.
George, you didn't finish your burger. You asshole. Okay, no other bonus. Okay, now we'll head to the hospital. The coroner is a very interesting fella. Oh my god, we had such a freaking inside joke. This is gonna be another one where I point out an inside joke, I'm sorry. But it legitimately still makes me laugh when I think about it. So, you guys have seen what Tick York does when he talks to Zach? Asking those in chat who haven't played Deadly Prem. So, Trillium, you get to answer it if Katie and Trisha can't nab it. Close. Yes, you're close. He holds his... Yeah, he holds his first... Yeah, you both guessed the same thing. He holds his first two fingers to his temple. Sorry, I need to figure out what fucking roads I'm taking. He holds his first two fingers to his temple when he talks to Zach. That's what I thought. Okay, I need to go around this way. Suspect. It's probably Lily running errands. No, Lily doesn't run errands this early. But yeah, that's what he does. That tick is related to said joke that we made, so that's why I asked. My guess is he does it to kind of get, like, to him it's like getting Zach's attention. Almost, you know, like how you would gently, you know, just like kind of like poke at somebody. Just like a gentle nudge, like, hey. I do think it's both funny that you were like, yeah, it looks like he's on the phone. hospital is very easy to get to. Just like Becky's house. That's how I know exactly where they are. Don't you honk at me. Police business. FBI business. Looks like he's turning on his DBZ scatter, but the phones seem more logical. Also, York is cooler than everybody in Dragon Ball Z except, like, Vegeta. So, you know. He would literally just walk up to any of them and ask what their favorite movies were. That's just how he is. Here we go.
Agent Morgan, have you no respect for rules and protocol? We were waiting for you, and now you try to go in by yourself.
Oh, George. I didn't see you in the parking lot, so I thought I'd wait inside.
Just watch it from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like inconsiderate people who think that they're above the rules. And I'm sure I've made this point clear by now.
Calm down, George. He probably just got lost on his way here and rushed in. Right, Agent York? Let's go inside then.
For a whole day. I got lost for a whole day and had lunch with you guys. They'll wait for you however many days you want, but they get pissed.
Hello, Sheriff.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Ushah. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A computer room? In a hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
Photoshop.
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local girl. And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
Don't worry. Books are written to entertain. It's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Alright, Fiona. Dr. Johnson should be in the computer room. Okay, but... What's the day you had shit to say? Okay, maybe it was Emily. The freckles on her nose make her look like a schoolgirl. I wonder how good she is as a nurse. They actually do have a quiz. It's a side quest you can take. Fiona's like reading up on more medical jargon instead of, you know, reading thrillers. And they ask you real medical questions. That is not one of the side quests I'm doing. Sorry, Katie. Why? What's going on? Okay. Looked like she had something to say. I guess it was just thinking of her later. Okay. The computer room is, I believe, through the doors next to the map that George is looking at of the Greenvale Hospital. It's so freaking dark in these corridors that this place is a maze. I'm just gonna brightly shine my light on you. No, that's the MRI. Looks like the room is in use. We shouldn't interrupt the process. Oh, why not? Just walk in with our flashlight. Office, that is key code. I swear it was through here. Office, office. Oh, good lord. Dumb idiot.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
There's a message on the computer, and a card key already set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
Okay, so it's pretty easy, actually. You just need to know your chess pieces. King passes rook and meets bishop. Knight takes a pawn to the queen. Ushah really likes chess. And yes, that face.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call Ushah up here right now.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Ushah is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple. Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
Alright. Follow the marker. Okay. I'm so used to ignoring the marker for, like, side quests that when I actually have to pay attention to it, it's just kind of like a jolt to my system. Okay, so fun fact, stairs in this used to be a nightmare on the 360 version. You would walk down the stairs, and then you would get a pan-out view from, like, essentially, like, the corner up there, and the controls would change. So learning to navigate the stairs was the worst thing in the world on the 360 version, and they just completely changed it to just be the smooth transition. So, I hope to God Origins on the Switch has that fix. They also made driving a lot easier and a lot less finicky. See. You have a coffee? No. We will make a save, though.
Ushah, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ushah Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means...
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that, or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. He watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Ushah, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed. right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
Okay, so this thing that Ushah's doing right here. Notice how he's tapping his forehead with his finger. So we had this dumb joke because York does something similar when he talks to Zach, that Ushah also has someone that he talks to called Lil John that only responds is yeah and okay and what? And we were like, what if Zach met him? So Zach's just like trying to talk to him, and all he gets is the Lil John shots. It's still funny. I'm sorry, it's still funny. Oh, okay. His age isn't immediately apparent, though he couldn't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Oh, good lord. Still no hint of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Anna's body is lying on the table. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was circular, with a relief shaped like a peace mark. Beautiful blonde hair, stunning even in death. Traces of evaporated liquid are on the eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. The tongue has been removed. Look at the edge of the stump.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Ushah, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
Very passionate, yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator, is just like you. He's passionate about it. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell did you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something. There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. And your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
Zach, they're here.
Yep. We're in the other world. I hate these noises in my ear. I really do. The other world pops up from midnight to 6 a.m. in Greenvale all the time. Other than that, it is story-oriented. Like, it appears due to the nature of the story. So I know when it's going to happen. Alright. I'm just ready for these fuckers. Because crying usually indicates that they're here, but not always. Gork, keep the gun out! Okay, nothing. If you observe it, he says something like, we really shouldn't open these unless we have to, but they give you things like these. That's a good question. What does time do in reality while York's in the other world? We may as well find out. Oh, there is also a bug, and I don't know if this is fixed in the director's cut version, where when you get a key and you save and quit, sometimes the key will disappear. So, if we ever get a key, it has to be used within the stream. Come hell or high water. I'm not risking that happening. Usually when you get a key, it's not to a point where, you know, you have to wait like 3 hours to use it. It usually happens pretty immediately afterwards. I see the Trombi out there, which is why I'm not moving. Yeah, so just that. Like, so if I run a stream over time for a little bit, that would be why, because I've got a key. Alright, come on, let's shut you up. Yep. I forgot I need to have all triggers hovered over. No, it is not Mr. Sexy Mouth. All Trombis have that mouth, actually. I hate York. That's like the one thing that pisses me off about this game more than anything is the him like putting the gun away if you don't use it after a certain amount of time. Because when they're coming at you, those couple of seconds can cost you. You usually get more money for headshots, but I don't want to wait for them to, you know, do their contortion act. Yeah, like when New York goes, nice shot, that means he got a critical shot on them. York? Where? I hate hearing these noises in my ear. I'll say it till the end of time. There's actually a worse enemy than this. They're a lot sparser, but God, they're awful. I always peek around the corners to make sure there's not one just hanging out there, because they do like to do that. Oh good, this sounds legit. Where? I hear him. Okay, hello. Okay. You existed, that's what you did. Yeah, see, she doesn't do like the torquey bend over backwards thing. Okay, I'm gonna leave that Trombi alone because it's gonna remind me what direction to go when I leave. Okay. Oh, coffee. I already had some coffee. Didn't do shit. I'm glad you think that they are good enemies. A lot of people are just like, the shadows, whatever. And I'm like, they're so creepy. They're incredibly creepy. They're very effective. Trust me, especially when you have noise-canceling headphones on. Oh. It's covered with a white cloth. What should we do, Zach? Well, we have no choice, York. We have to pull the sheet off. Got a key card. A card key. I see you! Okay. I was gonna say, there would have to be more than one. Anybody else? It's a little hard to tell. Alright, we're good. Yeah, York does seem very blasé about it, but,
Amazing. Amazing.
it's implied that this isn't the first time that this has happened to him or Zach. Because he said, you know, like, Zach, they're here, you know, like, he's used to it. So... yes. I will say, DP2 covers his first journey into the other world. Really? I forgot I have to use the damn keycard scanner. And every other world is different depending on where you are. Like, this other world is very different than Deadly Premonition's 2 other world. And I think that's due to location. Okay, this is a safe room. It's fine. Yeah, you can, like, sleep, change your suit, open your toolbox, all that fun stuff. Okay, I have my max stabilizers, so that goes into my toolbox. Bada 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 bada. Mission knife will go in the toolbox. I pretty much never use these, but I mean, it's alright. First aid kit, medium, I'll take that. See, look, even the clocks are running, like, you see them running backwards in the menu, but they do outside the menu as well. Because the menu is meant to reflect that, the red room that York sees in his dreams. So that's an ever-spawning lollipop point. Like I said, is in pretty much every other world section. I think I can just head on through that door there, but I want to double check. Oh, I startled myself. Okay, that's locked. So I do need to go the other way. Yeah, I was gonna take a break after after I finish this section, and we're honestly not too far gone. We just have one more key card to get. So yeah, we'll be taking a break soon, because I also need to eat. Yeah, no, I plan to finish after the other world and after the cutscene. But yeah, the hospital isn't too long. They get way longer as the game goes on.
Here! Over here!
Oh! Jiminy Christmas. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, I see him there. Okay. Okay, they might be... Yep, sneaking up. Nothing there. Key card down there. Or a door to get out down there. Alright, perfect. Take this first aid kit. Actually, because there's a phone right here, let me just save and we'll take a quick break. So, cliffhanger episode, but it's running kind of long. So, we'll finish the hospital overworld and keep going after that, but for now we're going to take a quick break. I need to eat. So, I will talk with stream while I eat, but for the rest of you on YouTube, see you in the next episode.